Hello, this is Liz from the Cincinnati Symphony Orchestra Sound Discoveries program, and today we have a fun craft. We are going to make our own little guitars. And so all you need is a small box. You can use a tissue box or just any small box that you might find in the house. And then you need some rubber bands of different shapes and sizes, and then we can compare the sounds that they make. If you like, you can decorate your box. This was decorated with markers, and this was with paint, and this was not at all. This came pre-decorated. So let's start with our first box. All you're gonna do is stretch the rubber band over and then find a place where it can settle. So I'm just gonna put it right here, kind of at the edge. Straighten out the rubber band if you want to. And then we're gonna put the other one on. You can use as many as you would like. I'm just going to use 2 for each box today. Ooh. All right, so we've got that one set up. Let me go ahead and do the next one, and then we'll hear how these all sound. So there's one, and here's the other side, and this one is already set. Okay, so let's take a look, and let's compare the sound between these two. We can see they're a similar thickness, but this one's a little bit thinner. And then as we move them, it's going to change the sound too. So let's listen to this one. It's a pretty good note. And then this one. Interesting. It's a similar note, but if I move it further away, it changes the pitch. I wonder why that is. So the pitch is the note that we hear. It's the frequency. And there are 3 things that are going to affect the sound of a pitch or the sound of a note on a stringed instrument. Behind me, we have a stringed instrument called the double bass. And so what you're going to listen for is not just the sound it makes, but how it changes if you change some of the dynamics. So if I tighten this string by pressing down on it, I'm going to add tension. It's going to change the note. So how tight the string is going to affect it. Also how long it is. So you can't really tell, but if I shorten it a little bit, it's going to change the sound. So see how I kind of make it shorter and then let it be longer. It's going to change the sound. And if it's thicker, it's going to have a lower pitch too. So the thicker strings are going to have, in general, a lower sound than the thinner, and the tension and the length are going to affect it as well. So here's some different sounds from these strings, rubber bands. I can also play the back, make sounds, percussive sounds here on the back. We get some different sounds. I really like this one right here. That sounds like the double bass. And then here, I used actually a hair elastic. Let's see what this one sounds like. It's got a little bit of a different quality than the rubber bands. Wow. So it can be surprising what note you will actually get. And you can play around with moving the rubber bands around on the box, changing the tension, changing the length. All right. So in our next video, we're actually going to play along to a song with our guitars once they're made. So please go ahead and try this with your own boxes and your own rubber bands. Please experiment, be creative, and I will meet you in the next video. This is Liz from the Cincinnati Symphony Orchestra's Sound Discoveries program. Thank you so much.